do-it-yourselfers, here's a quick tip on how to check the fluids on your 2010, 2011 Honda Accord 4-cylinder. Right here you have a red cap here. This red cap is for your power steering fluid. If you look down on the side, they have a minimum and a maximum cap. Very easy to see. This blue cap here is for your windshield washer fluid. You pop it from the left and just fill it until it rises to the top. This cap here right in front of it is for the overflow container. It's a white clear jug for the radiator. You never want to take this red cap off because if the car is hot or cold, it can shoot on you. But what normally happens is the pressure from here overflows into the overflow tank. So if you look down on the overflow tank, there's a minimum and a max. You want to just take that off real slow and easy if the car is cool, and just fill this container here with radiator fluid. You want to use a long life antifreeze that you can purchase at O'Reilly's. Something real simple like this. This is what I use. It does the job. For the windshield washer fluid, I normally use something simple like this by Crystal. And for your power steering fluid, you want to use something like this Master Pro. This is a premium Honda multi-purpose power steering fluid. Works real well. And to check your oil, it's this orange stick right here. This is the dipstick. You just lock your finger in here, pull it, check your dipstick there. I change my oil every 5,000 to 7,000 miles as the car recommends. I know the dealers like to say 5,000, but if you read your manual, the life of the oil normally lasts about that long. This is where we fill the oil here, and this is your battery here. The red side is hot. The one without the cap is your ground. Normally you don't have to do nothing to the battery. Maybe clean the terminals or post every once in a while. Your air filter lies up under these two clamps here. You just kind of click it, pull the air filter out. Real simple, easy check. And your brake fluid here. And on the side of the brake fluid, there's a minimum and a maximum. So these are some simple tips that can help save you a little money in the midst of maintenance for your do-it-yourselfers that's on a budget. Those are some places you can find it. Once again, the yellow cap is brake fluid, red cap is battery, the orange cap is to check your oil, this container is for the overflow of your radiator, the blue cap is windshield washer fluid, and the red cap is power steering fluid. So now I'm going to commence to changing and filling and topping off each one of those. Most people would use a funnel, but I'm pretty handy when it comes to it, so I won't. And I'll just clean that little bit up with a rag and keep going. That's been topped off. Power steering fluid. And it's the little things about maintenance in your car that will help bring out the longevity to the automobile. And you see I just topped off the windshield washer fluid. Next I'll do the radiator fluid. I have a pretty steady hand, so I have a tendency of not using funnels. But for all you first timers, I would always recommend to use a funnel. And you just take your time and you fill it until you meet the max or the minimum line. Remember, maintenance is half the battle on most of your automobile problems or situations. And you want to make sure everything is capped back off correctly. And then I want to check the brake fluid. And the brake fluid is topped off pretty well. I'll touch it just a little bit, just to kind of cap it off. And the brake fluid's good. This is an 010 Honda Accord. Has 55,000 miles on it. And at this point in time, the car is running real well. It's time for the 60,000 mile service. I normally change the belts, hoses, water pump, timing belt, things of that nature. Haven't had any problems with anything else, just regular tire rotations and oil change. And I change the oil every 52 to 6,800 miles, depending on the service light inside of the car. And that'll do it. How to service and keep the maintenance up on your 2010-2011 Honda Accord.